Good evening, my friends. Welcome back to Chef Fernando TV. We have been taking new subscriptions and we've been taking great feedback from our friends. I heard from a friend of mine that we went to high school in Puerto Rico many years ago, and he sent me a great idea. Why don't we write the ingredients so that you guys, can just take a snapshot of the recipe. And today we're going Mediterranean, and we will be making Mykonos style roasted salmon. And we have two. We're gonna be making this recipe for two people. So we have 2 8-ounce salmon. You can pick the size you want, from 6 ounces to 8 ounces. They'll cut it for you at the seafood market or gourmet shop, wherever you go. Pinch of trimix. For those that watch my first class, trimix, we'll go over it when we do the recipe. Feta cheese and dry oregano. And then to go under that, there's gonna be a Mediterranean orzo salad. And so orzo is a pasta in the shape of a rice. I will show you what it is. Kalamata olives, peeled onion and diced cucumber. Peeled and diced cucumber, diced onion, quarters of cherry tomatoes. These are all as many as you want. We're making for two, so it's up to you how much or how little you want to put of each. And if you don't want to put an ingredient, maybe you don't like the olives, you can change it to a different olive, or whatever pleases you. Sliced scallions, feta cheese crumbled. We're going to be using it on the fish, and we're also going to use it on the salad. Okay, so let's get to it. So the first thing we want to do is I have the oven ready. Turn on in 425, because my oven's very high. The orzo, I want to show you something first about the orzo. The orzo is a pasta. It's a pasta, and it's in the shape of rice when you buy it. I wanted to show you because some people think that orzo is a rice. It is a carb, but as you see, it just looks like rice. So I cooked that already, and I have a bowl, and I have the colander. So thanks to my friend Andrew Hoyle from high school, who sent me this lovely copper pot that I love. It's also a chafing dish, which I love. And what we're gonna do is we're going to put all the orzo here. It absorbs the water. I want you to see something. Look at the difference now between the one that I showed you before. It already had water because, it takes it pretty much all. So, but see, that's the difference. It looks just like rice, but it's pasta, and it's, believe it or not, al dente. We want to keep it that way by putting it on the sink, like that. And we put this, in cold water. We have the bowl under, so it'll start spilling out. In the meantime, since that's getting cooled off, and that's the second dish we're gonna do. That's gonna go with the salmon that we're gonna be preparing. For the salmon today, my neighbor had the grill. My neighbor had the grill on today in the afternoon, and I just wanted a little bit of the grill flavor, and that's why I just marked it. But as you see, it's completely raw, on both sides and inside. It's just that I just marked them. It took 1 second. You don't have to do that. This is just because I was lucky enough he had that going. So you're gonna take a non-stick spray. You're gonna take a non-stick spray, and you're gonna spray the pan. Okay, and then we are going to I'm gonna put my gloves on. I could use a tongue, but I really like, we're like a doctor. We wash our hands even with no virus. We wash our hands constantly. We're working with food. A lot of chefs don't like using gloves, but I don't know. In these days, it's better to protect even ourselves, even though whatever we do, remember, we're killing whatever germs are in here. They would be killed as soon as it's cooked. So we're gonna put them in that coated pan. And what I'm going to do, that's why I turned the oven before, because what I'm gonna do now, remember the Trimix? Remember what Trimix was? Well, Trimix is the mixture of kosher salt or sea salt, garlic, granulated garlic to taste. I like a lot. And coarse black pepper, of course. And then you just mix it, and that's why it's called a Trimix. Trimix. Hello. Okay, so we're just gonna, you know what? Pick them up. They have no seasoning at all whatsoever. So I'm just gonna sprinkle them lightly. I don't wanna go crazy because, you know, I don't wanna make it too strong, because we are gonna put a little feta cheese topping. And you know, cheese always has a little, I had a very little, you know, at any market you can buy the regular pesto, which is actually basil with extra virgin olive oil and pignoli nuts or pine nuts. Some people toast them before, and then they blend the whole thing, and that's really the probably the first pesto that I ever met. And then so I had a little pesto from the gourmet shop that I wanted to try a brand, and I just wanted to rub a little all around the fish. You remember, you know, cooking is love. And what is life about? Live, laugh, and love. There's nothing else, my friends. I think we're under times where, you know, you have to reinvent yourself. You have to do new things in your life. That it's a new life. So anyway, we're not gonna go into that. Let's just make it about us and fun. Okay, so the other thing that I want to do is I want to sprinkle these with fresh feta cheese. Okay, do I like that? I have better control if I don't have the gloves. You know, my hands are very clean, and you'll see me cleaning them often. And then what you want to do is you want to do a little dried oregano on top. Make sure that it's fresh. All these dry herbs, it's just a little. And then on the other one too. It goes a long way, you know. When I say dry basil, I don't mean the kind that you buy at the store. I mean that, you know, when I buy fresh or oregano, what I do is I knead it fresh, maybe for a sauce that I'm making, and then whatever's left over, we leave it in a glass like that until it dries up. And that's really the one we're using today, you know, because we're always buying fresh herbs, so it's part of our life. Okay, so at this point, they go in the oven. Remember, 425. Ooh, a little smoke. No fire this time, I promise. Okay, and now what we're going to do is we're going to be doing the Mediterranean salad. Okay, so at this point, we drain all the water. We get the bowl back. Okay, and then we make sure all the water comes out. And here's the Orzo. Okay. Okay, so here is the orzo. All right, so to this orzo, we're going to be adding the Kalamata olives. Let's go in order of the, the recipe I gave you. Some people like them, some people don't. That's why I cut them in half, and they're seedless. Because I would never leave anything with a seed in there. I would hate to bite into a seed, those surprises you get in different countries. Well, in this case, I cut them in half in case you don't like Kalamata olives. You could just put them on the side. And then we have the dice. Peel the cucumber. For this recipe, you can peel the cucumber, take all the seeds out with a spoon, and then just cut them in little squares, little dice like that. Okay, so that's all the cucumber. If there's any juice from them, perfect. And then we're gonna go with the diced chopped Bermuda onion. Like I said, you put to taste. If you don't like the red Bermuda onion, which is sweet, you can go with a white one, which is from Spain, or you can go with a yellow one, which is like, the mildest of them all. I happen to love this one for some dishes and the white one for a lot of other dishes. And then we're gonna put the cherry tomatoes in the recipe. That's part of the salad. Okay, and then we're gonna put the scallions. We have one bunch in here. One bunch goes a long way. Let me show you something real quick. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, let me get this. I just want to show them something. When you buy scallions at the market, sorry, that we film live and we don't edit. It's always unedited, so things might happen. It's okay. You're my friends. You're here. Okay, so this is the bunch of scallions that we get. Some people think that this is the good part. Some people think that this is the good part. And some people just don't know. Well, let me tell you, this is in the lily family. Just like a lily grows, this is how it grows, and all the onions grow that way. So, I have to show you, because I see in different restaurants people doing things that make me go like, what? Like, when you say what? Okay, you don't want this? Of course you don't want that. But maybe you want to take it home because you can plan it and you'll get another scallion. So, that's one thing. This right here, this is in the family, this is called green onion. Scallion, but it's a green onion. This is the most flavorful part right there. Okay? That's the more oniony taste. It's like a mixture of a leek and a real onion. Okay, so then this part is really tasty, especially like when you do it in a cold salad. Okay, so I go all the way up to, and I'll show you. I use all that. I use all that. I slice. I'm not chopping. See how I'm not going? I'm going from the front to the back, from the front to the back, front to the back. And then I don't use that. That's what I leave. The ends, the tops. That's the only thing that's dry, has no flavor. The texture's a little, maybe rough. It's gonna have more scallions than we like, but we love them. So I think it'll be more than fine for us. So, okay. So, let me take a, oh no, sorry, that's oregano. Okay, so now let me tell you about this. I'm gonna put a little feta in here to taste. Okay, to taste. I don't want to make it too cheesy. So that's good. And then I'm gonna put a little try mix. Remember what trimix is? Can you say trimix? Okay, so that's more than plenty. A little oregano, just so that, you know, it's in the fish and it'll be just that little. What I did here, I didn't write the recipe, but all I did is I put 1 tablespoon of vinegar, and then I did 1 teaspoon of Dijon mustard, and then I added some balsamic vinegar, and I added extra virgin olive oil. But in order to have an emulsion so that they both combine, you have to use a mustard, the Dijon. Okay. Sorry, what's wrong with me today? I don't know. And then I broke some feta cheese, not a lot, and I put it in there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pour this right like that, right? And then we're going to mix it. This is the Orzo, remember? The Orzo salad. You can eat it cold at room temperature. See how colorful it is? And it's like an afternoon in Mykonos, you know? Just living a beautiful life. Okay, so what we're going to do now, let me do it here. So we set up this new table to see if it works better for us, but our studio lights are arriving sometime this week. Good things coming up soon. So right now we're getting ready to plate 1 portion of our Mykonos roasted salmon over a Mediterranean Orzo salad. Woo! Crazy, right? See, the good thing about, let me see, the good thing about doing this in a very high oven is that it cooks quick, it browns quick. I want to brown it just a little more. Let me see, because I'm going to show you how to do the coolest plating. Remember, if you have a guest, hey, up here, if you have friends that don't like salmon, you can always have a grilled chicken on the side that you prepared in the afternoon so that you can offer them the same dish with a chicken, you know, grilled chicken. Okay. Let me put this here. That's the salad we're going to be putting there. La botella de gas.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Sorry, but I wasn't planning to use this. But we are. Usually, if you have your oven. No, I think it died. It died on me. Yeah, okay, let's try one more time. Okay, so we're just gonna brown the cheese un poquito so that it's got that, you know, ooh, smells so good. That feta cheese. Oh my God, this is really good. Okay. All right, so flambada. Okay, so now I think we're gonna do something different today. What do you think, Antonio? Let's do. Okay. Let's do this today. This is balsamic glaze. Sometimes you get fig that balsamic glaze, and sometimes you get different, different kinds. But I can't live without this. I use it for a lot of things. And then a little paprika goes a long way. Okay, and then we're gonna get my favorite scooper. Okay, we're gonna put the salad right here. Okay, and then what we're gonna do is okay, I got my garnish. I wanted to get, pretty garnish. Okay, so now with our fish spatula, we're going to just lay it like so, right? And then it needs your signature. And I think that I'm happy. What do you think? Fresh out of the oven. It's a beautiful dish for summer. All right, my friends, I hope you enjoyed the Mediterranean class for today. And I'll see you next time. Bon appetit.